So coaches and team managers, please can you make sure that you have sent heats 1 to 5 of the female 100 breaststroke to marshalling, please. Thank you. Last 30 seconds of this warm-up now, so last 30 seconds. Okay, can you please clear the pool? The warm-up is now over, so please clear the pool. Okay, so we are getting ready to start this morning's events. We start with the event 601, the female 100-meter breaststroke. There are 17 heats in this event, and the girls are just getting ready now on pool side for heat number 1. Can we just give a big round of applause to all the officials and the volunteers on poolside who are helping this morning to make the event run very smoothly. Thank you. And ready to start with heat number 1. Okay, in heat number 1, in lane 3, we've got Matilda L. Bristow from Wigan. We've got lane 4, Anastasia Kerr from Leyland Barracudas. And lane 5 is Naomi Gorvitz from Bolton Metro. And these are all 11-year-olds in this heat.
Once again, very good morning. Very quickly, team managers and coaches, if you can now send up heats 6 to 10 of event 601, females 100 breaststroke to marshalling, please. So up to and including heat number 10. Event 601 to marshalling. Yeah, so once again, a very good morning. Welcome to the Manchester Aquatic Centre, as we said, for weekend number 2 and session number 6 of this year's Lancashire County Championships. As you can see, we have started heat number 1 of the females 100 breaststroke, and it is Anastasia at the 50-metre turn, leading the way, 49.43, from Matilda at 52.15. Naomi was 52.50. Entry times, all of the ladies are 1 minute 47. And as Rianne said, they're all in the 10 and 11 years age bracket. As I was saying before and alluding to, once again, a very good morning to everyone joining us on YouTube as well. You can see a great shot of the ladies in the water there. So Matilda, blue hat of the Wigan Swimming Club, she's in lane 3, furthest one away. And then, as you can see, Naomi, Bolton Metro swimmer, black hat in lane 5. So, as we said, it was Anastasia who was leading the way at the turn. She's still there at the minute, but Matilda's coming through very quickly in lane number 3 as well. Let's have a little look at what times they get. It is Matilda who gets in there first. 1:49.45 for Matilda. Anastasia 1:49.50. Naomi 1 minute 50.13. All confirmed. Heat number 2.
And in heat number 2, in lane 2, we've got Hope Baker from Oldham Aquatics. Lane 3 is Darcy Allenson from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 4 is Wayan Ho from Preston. Lane 5 is Daisy Mather from Wigan Best. Lane 6, Elspeth Archer from the City of Manchester Aquatics. And lane 7 is Sophia Slater from Preston. Sophia is the youngest in this heat at 10, and all the rest are 11.
So still another shootout for the first final. 15, 10 and 11-year-olds competing in this event. And at the halfway stage, like I said, it is lane number 4, that's Way. She's leading by some distance as well, 44.24. Gives herself over a 2-second lead from Elspeth, and then it was Darcy running next. Although, Daisy Mather not far behind, she turned on a 48 as well. Yeah, as I was alluding to a little earlier, as we mentioned, good morning to you all on YouTube. Just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching on YouTube. Weekend 1 has had over 21,000 views, which is absolutely staggering, fantastic. I want to say thank you very much. Just a bit scary on how many people's houses this lovely voice has been listened in. Oh my days. But it is much appreciated, and we hope you enjoy yourselves. Anyway, let's get back to the action. She's led from the beginning. She hasn't messed around, and Way's going to come in. Entry time of 1:43.47, 1:33.73. She gets to the wall. 10 seconds. Unbelievable swim there. Well done. Elspeth Archer next, 1 minute 40.55. Daisy Mather gets to the wall third, 1:43.02. Well done, ladies. Like we say, we'll just wait for everyone to come in and all of that to be confirmed. Heat 3.
Just letting you know, in Heat 2, Lane 7 was a disqualification. So Heat 2, Lane 7 was a disqualification. Moving on to Heat 3, in Lane 1, we've got Niamh Connolly from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2 is Chloe Stewart from Prescott. Lane 3 is Amelia Ehuman from Bolton. Lane 4 is Mia Dalton from the City of Salford. Lane 5, Olivia Cutter from Wigan Best. Lane 6, Sophie Barr from Prescott. Lane 7, Olivia Steer from Ramsbottom. And lane 8 is Poppy Stanley from Wigan Best. A mixture of 11 and 12s in this heat. So we've got lane 3, 4 and 5 are 12, and all the rest are 11. And can I just ask coaches and team managers if you could please send heats 11 to 14 of this event to Mashling now. So heats 11 to 14 of this event to Mashling now.
So Mia Dalton lead the way at the 50 turn, 43.22. She turned around in. Yeah, the City of Salford swimmer still leading the way. So that looks like lane 3. Amelia, the Bolton swimmer. After that, quite hard to tell. Lane 1, having a good race so far. Entry times have said 1:36 to 1:42. As we said, once again, another clear leader in heat number 3. That's Mia Dalton. Entry time, 1:36.20. She gets 1:33.37 at the touch. Amelia next in 1:37.41. And then Neve Connolly, 1:39.57.
All confirmed, heat 4. And in heat number 4, in lane 1, we've got Kiva Rusco from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2 is Isla Astol from Clitheroe. Lane 3 is Amelia Bodganska from Preston. Lane 4 is Gabriella Teasdale from the City of Salford. Lane 5, Lucy Payton-Hampton from Ormskirk. Lane 6, Gloriana Moynihan from City of Manchester. Lane 7 is Chloe Jones from Prescott. And lane 8 is Martha Baxter from Wigan Best. And all 12-year-olds in this heat with the fastest entry time, 1:34.79. So we'll see how these get on with the seat.
So at the turn, it was Kiva leading the way, 42.98. That was from Martha Baxter. There were your front two at the 50-metre turn. Wigan Best swimmer Martha Baxter looks to be coming back the stronger at the moment, though. As I said, entry times are 1:34 high to 1:36. Final 15 metres or so, still Martha in lane 8. That's closest to us on the stream, as you can see. Lane 3, Amelia Bodanska coming back strongly as well. But let's have a look who gets there first. It'll be close. It's Martha Baxter, 1:33.18. Amelia Bodanska, 1:33.78. And then Lucy Hampton, 1:34.90. Your unconfirmed 1, 2, 3 in heat 4. Confirmed, heat 5.
In heat 5, we've got lane 1, Athena Johnston from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2 is Isla Lipchot from the City of Liverpool. Lane 3 is Violet Cairns from Preston, and also from Preston. And lane 4 is Effie Lowes-Doyle. Lane 5 is Francesca Lowe from Ramsbottom. Lane 6 is Amber Falkham from Wigan Best. Lane 7 is Esme Cunliffe from Wigan Best. And lane 8 is Edith Marshall from Ormskirk. So please can coaches and team managers send all the remaining heats for this event to marshalling now, please.
So, mixture of ages in heat number 5. We got Isla Liptrot lane 2. I said the last of the 10 and 11-year-olds with an entry time 1:33. Middle of the pool, 1:30 to the outsides at 1:34. At the moment, though, it is lane 3, Violet Cairns, as well as lane 7. So, Esme Cunliffe of Wigan Best. There your front two. But it will, as I said, be lane number 3, Violet. So let's have a little look. Entry time of 1:30.90. She gets there. Oh, we'll just have to wait for the time to come up on the board there at the moment. I'm pretty certain it was a 129.89 by the looks of things for Violet. Well done. Make sure everything gets confirmed. Already is. Heat number 6.
Heat 6 is lane 1, Anja Comza. From Preston, lane 2 is Elise Ainskov. From Wigan Best, lane 3 is Tallulah Kay. From Preston, lane 4 is Bethany Makwambere. From Preston, lane 5, Amy Young from the City of Salford. Lane 6 is Gracie Yates from Ramsbottom. And lane 7 is Eleanor Fothergill from Flixton. Can I just remind everybody, please, if at the start of the races, please make sure that there's no noise, and that includes music playing as well. So at the start of the races, please can we have complete silence and no music playing at the start of the races, please? Thank you.
Yeah, to be fair, Rihanna, as we said, it sounds like we've got music coming from somewhere around the pool. Please, if you can turn that off, that would be fantastic. Need to give our racers the best possible chance to get a great start. So that would be appreciated if we can switch that music off. Thank you. Okay, back to the racing action. Tallulah Kay this time, Preston, lane number 3. Then she's got a bunch of swimmers in 4, 5 and 6 coming back very strongly. That's Bethany, Amy and Gracie Yates as well. But Tallulah still managing to hold them off into the final 3 metres or so. Entry time 1:28.43. She gets in there at 1:28.06. Amy Young 1:29.63 and Gracie Yates at 1:30.23. Again, we'll just wait for everything to be confirmed. If you're wondering what I mean by that, there you go. Heat 7.
In Heat 7, in lane 1, we've got Catherine Fitton from Clitheroe. Lane 2 is Eliza Johnson from Blackburn. Lane 3 is Betsy Lloyd from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Isabel Carter from Prescott. Lane 5 is Olivia Ryan from the City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 6 is Layla Dolan from Wigan Best. Lane 7 is Dana Juma from Blackburn. And lane 8 is Megan Templeton from Everton. And we've got a mixture here of 12, 13, 14 and 15-year-olds. And the fastest entry time for this one is lane 4, 1:26.29 at the moment. So we'll see what time they finish with today.
Well, lane 2 leading the way. Eliza Johnson of Blackburn at the 50-metre turn. Yeah, still nice and tight this one. Heat number 7, as I said, lane 2 still there, but as you can see on the stream, to the left of her, lane 1, Catherine from Clitheroe. She's still working hard to try and track her down. Probably Isabel Carter running third. Definitely Isabel Carter running third at the minute, although 7 and 8 coming through strong. But Eliza Johnson is going to get to the wall first. 1:27.88. Catherine Fitton next, 1:28.90. And Isabel Carter, 1:29.62 at your provisional 1, 2, 3. Heat number 8.
Okay, in heat number 8, we've got lane 1, Ella Rice-Salisbury from Carnforth. Lane 2 is Megan Hacking from Great Howard. Lane 3 is Pink Lily Tarrick from Chorley Malins. Lane 4, Betsy Berry from the City of Salford. Lane 5 is Emily Davidson from Ormskirk. Lane 6 is Kristen Bezic from Preston. Lane 7 is Ania Chisnell from Wigan Best. And lane 8 is Alicia Aston from St Helens. And again, we've got a mixture of ages in this one from 13 up to 16. So variety of ages again.
Yeah, entry times 125s and 126s. And at the 50-metre turn, it is going to be lane 7, Ania Chisnell. She turned at 40.61, I believe it came up on the board. Just missing that at the stream at home for the moment, but don't worry, that will come back. At the minute, it is still Ania in 7, leading the way. Also going well. There's Emily Davison of Ormskirk in 5, as is Alicia Ashton of St Helens in 8. I said, how did I miss the Wigan St Helens battle in 7 and 8 there? Anyway, Ania Chisnell has led from the very outset of this one, and she's going to come back first as well. Entry time of 126.12. She's going to be on that, or just thereabouts. 126.70. Again, just wait for everything else to come in. But looks like Megan Hacking got there second with Pink Lily third. They did. Heat number 9.
In heat number 9 in lane 1, we've got Daisy Dickinson from Carnforth. Lane 2 is Scarlett Tushingham from Preston. Lane 3 is Amelia Roberts from Oldham Aquatics. Lane 4 is Lottie Williams from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 6 is Poppy O'Donoghue from Wigan Best. Lane 7 is Isabella Holmes from Stretford. And lane 8 is Francesca Teasdale from the City of Salford. So in this one, just a combination of, we've got one 15-year-old actually, and the rest are all 16 in this one.
Once again, entry times are close, 124, 125. Lanes 3 and 4 pretty much neck and neck at the 50 turn, as well as 1. So Daisy got there first at 39.96, Amelia Roberts at 40.02, and Lottie Williams at 40.10. Francesca Teasdale and Isabella Holmes were on 41s as well. As we said, entry times of high 124s and low 125s. So with around about 20 metres to go, lane 1 and 8 look lightly at the moment. Possibly, as I said, Daisy Dickinson of Carnforth seems to be pulling away. As I said, round about a body length lead now in lane 1. Daisy Dickinson, entry time of 125.09, gets her in 125.31. Amelia Roberts was next, 127.43. And Francesca Teasdale at 127.88. Are your top 3? Once everything is confirmed. There we go, heat 10.
And in heat number 10, we've got lane 1, Hannah Graham from Burnley Bobcats. Lane 2 is Poppy Mather from Wigan. Lane 3 is Anya Jolie from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Amber Aston from Aquabes. Lane 5, Sophie Lee from Southport. Lane 6 is Erin Jess from Garston. Lane 7 is Olivia Gibson from Bolton Metro. And lane 8 is Sophie Gavid from Flixton. Could I please ask coaches and team managers if you can send the first 2 heats of the Open Male 400 IM to marshalling. So the first 2 heats only, please, of 400 IM to marshalling now.
So Sophie Lee leads the way at the 50-metre turn, 39.73 from Amber Ashton, 40.51. And Sophie Gaved at 40.68. Olivia Gibson also turned at a 40. Everyone else turned at 41s, so nice and close. Just a very quick reminder for people bringing swimmers for the 1500 metres later on. Manchester City are at home today, kick off at 12:30. So traffic will be busy coming into the pool. So if you are still at home, please bear that in mind. The Etihad's only about 2 miles away, so the traffic could well be a bit busier than normal. As I said, the kick-off's at 12:30, so it will get busy. Okay, let's have a little look. Sophie Lee led the way. She gets her first, 1:25.74. Sophie Gave, 1:26.10. And Olivia Gibson, 1:26.87. Confirmed, heat 11.
And in Heat 11, we've got Lane 1, Tilly Stevens from Crosby. Lane 2 is Imogen Clarkson from Clitheroe. Lane 3 is Ellen Jones from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Zara Butterworth from Aquabears. Lane 5 is Rosie Berry from the City of Salford. Lane 6 is Amy Coy from Ormskirk. Lane 7, Sophie Whittles from the City of Salford. And Lane 8 is Matilda Brimlow from Bury and Elton. And in this one, we have got a combination of ages from 13 up to 18 for this one, so a range in this one.
So it was a fast start from lane 6, Amy Coy. She was off the blocks very well, and she's leading the way. 38.79 from Tilly Stevens, 39.35. And Imogen Clarkson, 39.39. To be fair, though, everyone was in low 41s. Lots of encouragement coming from the stands and poolside. That's what we want to hear. As I said, Amy Coy got off to an absolute flyer. He said representing Ormskirk, of course. Got the red hat on the City of Liverpool, but she swims as well. And as she comes under the flags, Amy Coy, entry time, as we said, 1:24 exactly. She gets 1:21.67. Tilly Stevens next, 1:24.46, and Imogen Clarkson, 1:24.94. Your confirmed top 3, Heat 12.
And in Heat 12, we've got Lane 1, Jessica Cooney from Bridgefield. Lane 2 is Sophia Yu from Stretford. Lane 3 is Kira Johnson from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Jasmine Roll from Bolton Metro. Lane 5 is Willa Morley from City of Salford. Lane 6 is Mia Robinson from Southport. Lane 7 is Abigail Irvine from Everton. And Lane 8 is Emily Wade from Leyland Barracudas. And again, a range of ages from 13 up to 16 in this heat.
So entry times of 1:23 in the middle of the pool to 1:23 on the outsides. At the minute, 6 and 8 seem to be leading the way at the 50-metre turn. There's lane 6, Mia Robinson, 38.41 from Emily Wade in lane 8, 38.82. And then into the middle of the pool, Jasmine Roll, 39.31. Willow Morley's there on a 39, as is Kira Johnson and Jessica Cooney. So Emily Wade is leading the way, 16-year-old, so one of the eldest in this heat. Right next to her, Mia Robinson in 6. She's the youngest at 13. As I said, Mia's entry time was 1:22.34, with Emily Wade at 1:23.20. And under the flags they come. Who gets her first? Mia Robinson does, 1:22.54. Emily Wade, 1:22.69. And Kira Johnson, 1:23.90. Confirmed, Heat 13.
And in Heat 13 in Lane 1, we've got Nicole Farley from Prescott. Lane 2 is Imogen Palmer from Flixton. Lane 3 is Holly Warburton from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 4 is Sally Lomax from Preston. Lane 5 is Lucy Vaughan from Wigan Best. Lane 6, Sarah Pearson from Clitheroe. Lane 7, Ellie Johnson from the Isle of Man. And Lane 8 is Evelyn Flanagan from the City of Liverpool. And again, in this heat, we've got a range of ages from 13 up to 19 for this one. So big range in this one.
Yeah, so once again, entry times are 1 minute 20, 1 minute 21. Sally Lomax leads at the 50 metre turn, 38.89 from Ellie Johnson, 39.09, and Imogen Palmer, 39.35. Evelyn Flanagan was also a 39, as was Lucy Vaughan. Holly Warburton on a 40, and then Sarah Nicole, 41s. So again, anything can happen through this next 50 metres, but 7 and 8, Ellie Johnson of the Isle of Man and Evelyn Flanagan, City of Liverpool, have made the move as we come in towards the final 15 metres of Heat 13. Again, for anyone at home, there you go. Lane 7 and 8, closest to you. 1 and 2 over the far side of the pool. But Evelyn Flanagan is going to get there first. 1:23.82. Ellie Johnson, 1:24.29. And Imogen Palmer, 1:24.30. Heat 14.
In Heat 14, Lane 1 is Zoe Newitt from the Isle of Man. Lane 2 is Jasmine Cadman from Carnforth. Lane 3 is Marley Rose Garrett from the City of Liverpool. Lane 4 is Zara Mann from Preston. Lane 5, Olivia Jones from Wigan Best. Lane 6 is Bonnie Caruthers from Ramsbottom. Lane 7, Chloe Batty from the Isle of Man. And Lane 8 is Olivia Ballard from Leyland Barracudas. And again, we've got 14 up to 17 years old in this heat.
So entry times, well, fastest belongs to... Let's have a little look. Zara Mann by 1/100 for entry time 1:18.80. But the 50 metre turn, Olivia Bollard's gone out fast as we've seen actually. 37.68 at the 50 metre turn. Jasmine Cadman, 38.16, and Chloe Batty 38.22. Bonnie Carovers was a 38, as was a host of swimmers. But once again, the one of the lanes closest to us, lane number 8, Olivia Bollard of Leyland Barracudas, has decided to push forward with 15 metres to go. Middle of the pool still crowded. And they're starting to come back at Olivia Bollard, but let's have a little look who gets to the wall first. I'll tell you what, let's see. Olivia Bollard, 1:22.60. Jasmine Cadman at 1:22.87, and Olivia Jones, 1:23.18. Just wait for all that to be confirmed. It is Heat 15.
And just letting you know that in Heat 14, Lane 2 was a disqualification. Heat 14, Lane 2 was a disqualification. Moving on to Heat 15. Lane 1, Grace Robinson from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 2 is Alice Holt from Wigan Best. And also from Wigan Best is Chloe Ridge. Lane 4 is Anastasia Musat from the City of Salford. Lane 5, Amelia Osborne from City of Manchester. Lane 6, Grace Jackson from the City of Salford. Lane 7, Jessica Sunderland from Aquabes. And Lane 8 is Lola Cragg from Burnley. And here we've got 15 to 19 is the age range for this one.
So, well, look at that at a 50 metre turn. Anastasia Musat, 34.86. Amelia Osborne, 35.71. And Chloe Ridge, 36.67. All swimmers under 40 seconds at the 50 metre turn. We said in lane 1 is Grace Robinson from the City of Manchester. She had a fantastic few days up in Scotland at Aberdeen last week at the first leg of the Para Swimming World Series. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Let me tell you, some fantastic efforts up there. And as we said, we'll talk about that in the 400 in shortly. But Anastasia Musat has not messed around. 1:13.82. Amelia Osborne, 1:16.89, and Chloe Ridge, 1:17.97 are your top three. Confirmed, heat 16.
And in Heat 16, we've got Lane 1, Evie Cutter from Wigan Best. Lane 2 is Georgia Maggs from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 3, Emily Lawrence from Preston. Lane 4, Joni Dunn from Ormskirk. Lane 5 is Ruby Swinney from Ramsbottom. Lane 6 is Madison Wrens from Crosby. And Lane 7 is Elizabeth Adam from Leyland Barracudas. Again, we've got 14-year-olds up to 23 in this one. And the fastest qualifying for this one is 1:10.34.
Go, Evie!
So lane 4 turning first after the 50 metres.
Go! Go!
So lane 4 is leading at the moment, with lane 3 following closely behind, and then third place is very difficult to see from here because they're all so close together. Lane 4 will come in first, just coming under the flags now, and finishing in a time of 1:14.02 is Joni Dunn. There's no times on that one. Coaches and team managers, please could you send heats 3 and 4 of the 400 IM to Marshalling now. So heats 3 and 4 of the 400 IM to Marshalling now. And in this final heat, heat 17, we've got lane 1, Sophie Dixon from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 2 is Katie Lee from the City of Salford. Also from the City of Salford in lane 3 is Alyssa Boslem. Lane 4 is Laura Kinley from the Isle of Man. Lane 5, Emily Elliott from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 6 is Jenna Cross from Preston. Lane 7, Zara Dodd from Ramsbottom. And lane 8, Pippa Darlington from Preston. Ages from 14 up to 28 in this one.
So Laura Kinley there turned at a 33. Again, I know you'll not be able to see those times at home. We'll try and keep you up to date with them. But as you can see in the pool, it is lane number 4. That is Laura. She is being chased by Leyland Barracuda swimmer. There's Emily Elliott. There, your front two. I guess running third at the minute is possibly Katie Lee over in lane 2, City of Salford swimmer. Anyway, let's see what times we get on the board. Laura Kinley gets her 1:12.17. Then Emily Elliott 1:15.07. Katie Lee 1:15.48 were your top 3. That is confirmed. So we move on to event 602, the open male 400 metres individual medley. There are 6 heats of this event. Heat number 1.
Okay, and in heat 1 of this event, we've got lane 3 is Ben Urmston from Wigan Best. Lane 2 is Samuel Lutas from Prescott. And lane 5 is Oscar O'Connell from Blackpool. So lane 3, 4 and 5 for this one. 2 swimmers, Ben and Oscar, are 12 and Sam is 13. Fastest entry on this one is 6:00.04. So after the 50 metre, Sam turns first on 37.48, Ben 39.47 and Oscar on 39.93.
All right, so as I said, this is heat number 1. Now with Ben in lane 3, Oscar lane 5, 12-year-olds. Sam lane 4. And he's down as 13. Obviously, these ages are, of course, what they will be at the 31st of December this year. Sam, fastest entrant at 6 minutes, 0.04. Oscar was next at 6:11.25, and then Ben at 6:22.84. Yeah, whilst I do have a little bit of time, I'll just go through what I was mentioning a little bit earlier on. The blue half of the city, instead of be heading down to the Etihad for their dinner time kickoff. They're going to be facing the Toffees. Everton are in town. And I said it is a 12:30 kickoff, so if you are coming down here for the 1,500 metres, suggest you give yourselves a bit more time to make sure you're not rushing and panicking that you're going to miss warm-ups. Okay, so again, I guess for coaches and team managers and anybody else who's watching at home, if you can put a message on your Instagrams and your socials just to make sure that your swimmers know that, I think it'd be a very good idea. Little bit quiet as well on the messages this morning. Again, if there's any birthdays or anything like that, or congratulations for making finals, once we read them out, of course you can fire them across to us. And as we were saying a little bit earlier on, we welcome everybody watching us on YouTube, wherever in the northwest or further afield you may be. It is greatly appreciated. As we said, weekend 1 had over 21,000 views, which is unbelievable. It's very good. I know, I was saying one heat in particular, just I said over 20 plus hours worth of viewing time. So either one swimmer has really enjoyed watching the race, or it's been a popular, not addition, because they always get the live streams here, but yeah, thank you very much. So as a reminder, our race leader in 4 is Sam, who said his entry time was 6 minutes, 0.04. And of course, leading the way at the moment. After that, it's Oscar, with Ben not too far behind. So Sam turns to home, as we said, 6 minutes was his entry time. Turns over at 5:25.50. As a reminder, all the entry times, of course, come from short course times. So to get anywhere close or under is a fantastic swim. 25 metres to go. It is Sam, and then Oscar and Ben, all still working hard. Well, I'll say a reminder of entry times as they make their way in. But to round off his swim, he comes underneath the flags, does Sam, and he's going to get to the wall in a time of 6 minutes, 6.95. As you can see at the stream at home, just coming into your shots there, we got the orange hat Blackpool Aquatics belonging to Oscar O'Connell. He's going to register a time of 6:22.08. And Ben Urmston of Wigan Best, he comes in at a time of 6:27.06. Confirmed heat number 2. Team managers and coaches, if you haven't already done so, can we have all remaining swimmers for this event, the open male 400 metres individual medley, over to marshalling, please. Thank you. Okay, let's get some finalists read out for you from the female 100 breaststroke. In the 10 and 11 years age group, your finalists from Wigan Best, Daisy Mather. From Prescott is Sophie Barr. From Leyland Barracudas is Neve Connolly. From Preston is Wei-Ann Hull. From City of Liverpool is Isla Liptrot. From City of Manchester Aquatics is Elspeth Archer. From Ramsbottom is Olivia Steer. And from Wigan Best is Poppy Stanley. Reserve finalist from Leyland Barracudas is Darcy Allenson. And from Prescott is Chloe Stewart. In the 12 years age group, your finalist from Leyland Barracudas is Athena Johnstone. From Preston is Bethany McWembury. From Preston is Violet Kearns. From Blackburn is Eliza Johnson. From Preston is Tallulah Kay. And then we have 3 swimmers, all from Wigan Best. Esme Cunliffe, Betsy Lloyd and Martha Baxter. Reserve finalist from the City of Salford is Mia Dalton. And from Preston is Amelia Bodanska. In the 13 years age group, your finalists from Ramsbottom, Gracie Yates. From Chorley Marlins is Pink Lily Turek. From Wigan Best is Ellen Jones. From Southport is Mia Robinson. From Clitheroe is Imogen Clarkson. From Blackpool Aquatics is Holly Warburton. From City of Salford is Amy Young. And from Wigan Best is Layla Dolan. Reserve finalists from Wigan Best is Elise Ainscoe. And from Ramsbottom is Francesca Lowe. In the 14 years age group, your finalists from Crosby, Tilly Stevens. From Wigan Best is Kira Johnson. From Ramsbottom, Bonnie Carruthers. From Blackpool Aquatics, Sophie Dixon. From Leyland Barracudas is Elizabeth Adam. From City of Liverpool is Evelyn Flanagan. Also from City of Liverpool, Marley Rose Garrett. And from Southport is Sophie Lee. Reserve finalists from the Isle of Man is Zoe Newitt. And from Bolton Metro is Olivia Gibson. In the 15 years age group, your finalists from Wigan Best is Anaya Chisnall. From Bolton Metro is Jasmine Roll. From Wigan Best is Evie Cutter. From City of Salford, Anastasia Mussett. From Ormskirk is Joni Dunn. From Wigan Best is Alice Holt. From Preston is Sally Lomax. And from City of Salford is Rosie Berry. Reserve finalists from Aquabirds is Amber Ashton. And from Stretford is Sophia Yu. Your finalists for the females 100 breaststroke 16 years age group. From Preston is Zara Mann. From Leyland Barracudas is Emily Wade. From Ormskirk is Amy Coy. From City of Salford is Katie Lee. Also from City of Salford is Alyssa Boslam. From Leyland Barracudas is Olivia Bollard. From City of Salford is Grace Jackson. And from Wigan Best is Lucy Vaughan. Reserve finalists from Carnforth, Daisy Dickinson. And from Clitheroe is Sarah Pearson. And finally, your finalists for the 17 years and over in the female 100 breaststroke. From Ramsbottom, Ruby Swinney. From Wigan Best is Chloe Ridge. From City of Manchester is Amelia Osborne. From the Isle of Man is Laura Kinley. From Leyland Barracuda is Emily Elliott. From Preston is Emily Lawrence. From Crosby is Madison Wrens, and from Ramsbottom is Zara Dodd. Reserve finalists from Aquabirds, Jessica Sunderland, and from City of Manchester Aquatics is Georgia Maggs. You now have 15 minutes to withdraw any of those swimmers from the finals. Thank you. So wide range of ages here, from 12 over in lane 1 to 16 in the middle of the pool. And entry times are 5 minutes 30 to 5 minutes 55. So William Shears turns to home 4:55.37. His entry time was 5:32.29. Ethan Blythe next at 4:58.09, and then Cillian at Cassidy at 5:01.68. So 15 metres to go. Still William leading away from Preston. As we said, entry time of 5:32. Going to be right on that, you know. Let's have a little look. He is 5:32.33. Ethan Blythe next, 5 minutes 36.05. And then middle of the pool, lane 4, Cillian, 5:39.28. There's your provisional 1, 2, 3. And again, we just wait for our swimmers to come in. If everyone in the pool's wondering how we know when everything's confirmed, that big yellow number in the top right-hand corner of the screen will go off. That'll let you know all is confirmed. All right, well done to all of our swimmers in Heat 2. As I said, we will wait for that big, lovely number to disappear. And as soon as it does, there you go, all confirmed, Heat 3.
And in heat number 3, we've got lane 1, Oliver Horscroft from Gaston. Lane 2 is Callum Byrne from Southport. Lane 3 is Alexander Lewis from the City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 4 is Ashton Pinnington from Carnforth. Lane 5 is Joshua Hollenby from the Alaman. Lane 6, Gabriel Barnett from the Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 7 is Mika Noel Shank from the City of Manchester Aquatics. And lane 8 is Jacob Hacking from Great Howard. Just a quick announcement to team managers and coaches, please. Could we get the remaining heats of this event to Mashling? And also, could you start sending lane heats 1 to 6 of the 200 free to Mashling as well? So the heats 1 to 6 of the 200 free female freestyle to Mashling, please. Thank you.
So in weekend number 1, of course, we was talking about the 2 team trophies that are available and up for grabs. The age group championships, as well as the championship scoring as well. As a reminder, the age group basically works for any swimmers 16 and under. If they make a final or top 8 in a heat declared race, they will earn points for their club. And in the championship scoring, it's basically the top 3 fastest in the senior ages and the top 3 fastest overall in the junior ages will earn points for their club once again. I'm sure most of you would have seen it, that it was posted on Swim Lancashire as well as Facebook and everything else. But just to give you an update, after the end of weekend 1, in the championship scoring, we'll do top 5. As it stood, in 5th place was City of Manchester with 11 points. 4th place was Crosby with 15 points. 3rd place was Ramsbottom with 24 points. 2nd place was City of Liverpool with 32 points. And out in front with a comfortable lead was the City of Salford with 51 points. In the age groups, again, we'll go top 5. In 5th place, as I said, after weekend number 1, is Preston with 207.5. 4th place is City of Liverpool with 232. 3rd place, Ramsbottom, 259. 2nd place is City of Salford with 374.5 points. And leading that one after weekend number 1 was Wigan Best with 578.5 points. So again, as we said, once we get that information through the sessions, we'll keep you up to date with all of that. And of course, we'll see tomorrow who comes out the victors and gets presented with the trophies. Meantime, let's get back to the 400 IM. Just to let you know, in the juniors, fastest entrance from City of Liverpool, Joseph Ashley. Fastest in the seniors is Donatus Dragasius from the City of Manchester. Both of whom we'll see very shortly.
So after 200 metres here, Ashton turning first in 3:16.24, Alexander 3:23.28, and Mika is 3:23.40. Those are your top 3 currently. Very close between 2nd and 3rd at the moment.
Yeah, 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, they are neck and neck at the moment, yeah. So,
as I mentioned just before in the breaststroke, Last week was the first leg of the Paraswimming World Series up in Aberdeen. Britain coming out top on the medals table, 22 in total, 6 golds, 7 silvers and 9 bronze. And we had, let me tell you, a number of Lancashire-based swimmers up there, all performing amazingly well. As I said, we've already seen Grace Robinson. She was there. A few first place in the British races up there. And the 100 free, 200 IM and 200 free, as well as a great race in the 100 breast as well. So saw Georgia Sheffield, Mark Thompson, Luke Batty, Chiara Falone, Ryan Potter and George Longley all up there. All, I'm sure, with aspirations, definitely some of them, looking at the interviews, they're trying to get on the plane to Paris in July. We shall see. Good luck to each and every one of you, and well done for a fantastic first leg of that Paraswimming World Series.
And Ashton still leading here, with Alexander currently in second. Just coming under the flags now. Ashton will touch first in a time of 5:18.21. Alexander, second place, 5:20.52. And in third, we've got Mika with a time of 5:25.37. And just letting you know, in Heat 3, Lane 5 was a disqualification. Heat 3, Lane 5 was a disqualification. Moving on now to Heat 4. In Lane 1, Thomas Ball from Preston. Lane 3 is Mark Owen from Bolton. Lane 4 is Shay Whitley from Ramsbottom. Lane 5 is Thomas Wilde from Garston. Lane 6 is Jared Cross from Preston. Lane 7, Robert Goodall from Aquabears. And Lane 8 is James Vaughan from Wigan Best. 14 years old is the youngest swimmer in this heat, and the oldest being 18. The fastest qualifying time for this one was in this heat was 5:02.20.
Okay, so as we move on to breaststroke, it is Shea Whiteley leading the way. Lane 4, turn there at 2:23.95 from Gerard Cross, 2:27.08. Then Mark Owen at 2:28.43. After that, you got James Vaughan and Robert Goodall, both turning pretty much at the same time as we move on to the make or break breaststroke. Entry times of 5 minutes 2 in the middle of the pool, going out to 5 minutes 12 on the outside lanes. Youngest swimmer, lane 8, is James Vaughan. He's in the 14 years age bracket. And our heat leader at the moment, Shea Whiteley of Ramsbottom, is our oldest at 18. Although, let me say, I looked away very quickly down here. It was actually Gerard Cross who turned first at that point, 3:10.68. Just short of a second lead, actually, so I apologise to Gerard. The Preston swimmer need to be paying more attention. Message coming in from Panda. Good morning, Panda. Don't you worry. Sunderland will be there or thereabouts when it matters. Yeah, Panda strikes again already. So Gerard Cross leads away. 3:55.85 from Shea Whiteley. 3:59.39, and then Mark Owen was next. Yeah, Jared turns to home, 4:32.17. 3-second lead, 3.5-second lead was Shea Whiteley. Mark Owen was running third at 4:37. James Vaughan at 4:39. Thomas Wilde at 4:40. Jared's entry time was 5 minutes 5.71. Again, probably just a little over that, but not far away. Jared Cross, 5:06.98. Mark Owen come back very strongly, 5:10.65. Shea Whiteley, 5:12.05. In your top three. Provisionally, of course. Yeah, well done to all of our swimmers. Once again, just wait for all of that to be confirmed. There we go, heat number 5.
Okay, in Heat 5, we've got Lane 1, Rhys Pownell from Preston. Lane 2 is Jack Jarvis from the City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 3 is Leo Taylor from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 5 is Thomas Binns from Burnley Bobcats. Lane 6 is Sammy Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom. Lane 7 is Leo Talbot from Bolton. And Lane 8 is Oliver Crooks from Bolton Metro. Fastest entry time here, 4:52.83, and the ages of the swimmers from 14 up to 18. There is a message here to say good luck to all the swimmers from Bolton Metro. Go and smash it. And this is from love from all the mums and dads. So good luck to all the swimmers from Bolton Metro. Go smash it. Love all the mums and dads. Coaches and team managers, please could you start sending heat 7 to 10 of the 200 metre freestyle to Mashling. So heat 7 to 10 of the 200 metre freestyle to Mashling. Thank you.
So in heat number 5, youngest swimmer in lane 7, Leo Talbot. He's 14, got a couple of 15-year-olds in lane 1, Reese Pownall, and your current heat leader, Sammy Sutcliffe, in 6. We've got 16-year-old in Jack Jarvis in 2. And then we've got a couple of 17-year-olds, Thomas Binns, Oliver Crooks, and 18-year-old in Leo Taylor. So at the minute, Sammy Sutcliffe of Ramsbottom leading the way. Entry time for Sammy was 4:53.90. After that, it looks like City of Manchester's Jack Jarvis in 2, as well as Oliver Crooks of Bolton Metro in 8. Starting to make his way through is Leo Taylor, Leyland Barracudas. Of course, as always, things can change in the breaststroke. One thing that isn't at the moment is Sammy Sutcliffe leading the way. Turns this time at 3 minutes 1.56. After that, Leo Talbot, 3:09.93. Thomas Binns and Leo Taylor turned at 3 minutes 10. Oliver Crooks and Reese Pownall at 3:11s. Jack Jarvis at 3:12. So as I said, Sammy had a very comfortable lead. He still does, but as you can see, lane 7, especially Leo Talbot, has definitely closed that gap. Thomas Binns of Burnley Bobcats is also coming through. So, Sammy turns 3:49.41. As I said, Leo Talbot closed the lead to 3 seconds, 3:52.47. So, Sammy's leading the way, but I tell you what, Leo Talbot is trying everything he can right next to him in 7 to get back at him. Wonder if Sammy's noticed him. This final 50 metres could be a barnstormer as they turn for home. Let's have a little look. Okay, turning for home. Here we go. Sammy Sutcliffe, 4:24.71. Leo Talbot, 4:25.34. I tell you, look at this. Here we go. 35 metres to go. Leo Talbot trying his best to catch Sammy Sutcliffe up. Entry times for these two gentlemen. Let's have a look. Leo was 4:58. Sammy was 4:53. Oh, into the flags. Who gets to the wall first? Heads down. Here we go. Oh, it's Sammy Sutcliffe, I think. Oh, look at that. Sammy Sutcliffe, 4:56.13. Leo Talbot, 4:56.14. Absolutely amazing swimming. Well done, gentlemen. Just, as we said, wait for all that to be confirmed. What a race that was. Heat 5, 400 IM. Confirmed. Heat 6.
I don't think I've ever seen a 400 IM finishing like that before. It was incredible. Well done. Moving on now to the last heat is heat 6. And we have lane 1, Max Harvey from Liverpool Penguins. Lane 2 is James Escombe from Carnforth. Lane 3 is Davy Unwin from the City of Manchester Aquatics. Also from City of Manchester Aquatics in lane 4 is Donatas Dragasios. Lane 5 is Joseph Ashley from the City of Liverpool. Lane 6 is Mason Bland from the City of Manchester. Lane 7 is Nathan Lockett from the City of Salford, and lane 8 is Alfie Owen from Wigan Best. And we've got the age ranges here from 15 up to 20, and the fastest entry time for this one is 4:30.17. So coaches and team managers, please can you make sure that you've sent up to heat 10 of the 200 free to marshalling, please. So 200 freestyle up to heat 10 to marshalling. Thank you.
So entry times here, fastest or quickest, however you like. Donatus lane 4, he was at 4 minutes 30.17, going to the outside lanes with Alfie at 4:46.75. Donatus and Mason, our eldest here, at 20, with Alfie being the youngest at 15. But it is James Escombe of Carnforth leading. He was leading the way at the turn. Still is at the moment, although Donatus now in lane 4, as I said, City of Manchester swimmer. Coming back at him, as is Joseph Ashley. And Nathan Lockett also going well. Now your front 4 here. We move to breaststroke. I say Joseph Ashley, mentioned him in weekend 1 with some of his Welsh records he has. Keep an eye on him as we move to breaststroke. So James turned at 2:19.35 from Donatus at 2 minutes 20. There are your front 2. So there we go. Let's have a little look at the times as we turn here. James Escombe 2:59.83. Donatus Dragosias 3 minutes 0.56, and Joseph Ashley 3:01.83. Running 4th, Nathan Lockett at 3:03, and after that was Alfie Owen at 3:05. As I said, and as I mentioned, everything tying up very nicely here. As I said, James still leading, but lanes 4 and 5, Donatus and Joseph still closing the gap. So we turn on to freestyle. James leading the way, 3:41.60. Donatus 3:42.82. Joseph 3:43.02. Nathan Lockett still in the 4th at 3:45.38. So as a reminder, entry times, well, Donatus was the quickest, 4:30.17. James Escombe's entry time was at 4:38.30. He turned first, but only by 7/100ths of a second. Off the turn, it looks like Donatus has come up and grabbed the advantage. 25 metres to go. It's still close, but I'd say the City of Manchester swimmer's got the lead at the moment and does look to be pulling away slightly. Great race as well going on in lanes 5 and 7 with Nathan Lockett coming back very strongly. But getting to the wall first this time is City of Manchester swimmer Donatus Dragosias, 4:48.98. James Escombe, 4 minutes 50.61. Nathan Lockett got to the wall third in 4:52.68.
Confirmed. We are moving on now to event 603, which is the female 200 metre freestyle. We've got 17 heats in this one, ready to go with heat number 1. And in heat number 1, we've got lane 2 is Erin Morris from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Isabella Owen from Wigan Best. Lane 5 is Sadie Lazenby Tracy from Stretford. Lane 6 is Wayan Ho from Preston. And lane 7 is Annabelle Horton from the City of Salford. A mixture of 11s and 12-year-olds. So lane 2, 6 and 7 are 11, and lane 4 and 5 are 12. And the fastest entry time here is 2:41.26.
Yeah, so once again, as we said, we're the female 200 freestyle now. And as mentioned previously, we only have finals in the 50s and the 100s. So all our swimmers get one chance to get the best time that they can.
Wow, this is close, is it?
And this time, Isabella Owen, 2 minutes 40.98. And Sadie Elizabeth Tracy, 241.46. And Erin Morris, 241.84. In your top three. Heat 2.
And in Heat 2, we've got Lane 1, Olivia Cutter from Wigan Best. Lane 2 is Amelia Ihuman from Bolton. Lane 3 is Erica Wells from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Rosie Byrne from Ramsbottom. Lane 5 is Esme Cunliffe from Wigan Best. Lane 6 is Amelia Bogdanska from Preston. Lane 7 is Amper Forkjan from Wigan Best. And Lane 8 is Daisy Morgan Hayes from Blackpool Aquatics. And apart from lane 4, everybody's 12 on lane 4. The swimmer lane 4 is 11, with the fastest entry time for this one is 2:36.21 down to 2:41.11. So I've got the results from the event 602, which was the open male 400 metre IM. In the 12 years age group, third place from Wigan Best with a time of 6:27.06 was Ben Urmston. In second place from Blackpool Aquatics, Oscar O'Connell, and in first place from Wigan Best was Leo Ashcroft. In the 13 years age group, in third place, James Graham from Bridgefield. Second place, Ethan Blythe from Bolton Metro. And in the first place for this age group was Gabriel Barnett from Blackpool Aquatics. In the 14 years age group, third place, Callum Byrne from Southport. Second place, James Vaughan from Wigan Best. And first place, Leo Talbot from Bolton. In the 15 years age group, third place was Rhys Pownell from Preston. Second place, Alfie Owen from Wigan Best. And first place, Sammy Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom. In the 16 years age group, third place, Thomas Wilde from Garston. Second place, Jack Jarvis from the City of Manchester Aquatics. And first place was Joseph Ashley from the City of Liverpool. And in the 17 and over age group, third place was Nathan Lockett from the City of Salford. Second place, James Escombe from Carnforth. And first place, Donatus Dragasius from the City of Manchester Aquatics. So turning on the 150 there, Esme Cunliffe in 155.84. Rosie Byrne in second, 156.32. And Emilia in third place, who will touch first from lanes 4 and 5. It's very close, just coming under the flags here. Oh, on lane 5, Esme just touching there, 2:33.53 first place. Rosie Byrne, 2:33.91, and third place was Emilia, 2:40.54. Confirmed Heat 3. And in heat number 3, we've got lane 1 is Sophie Barr from Prescott. Lane 2 is Olivia Koska from the City of Salford. Lane 3, Layla Scales from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Bethany Macquambere from Preston. Lane 5 is Olivia Williamson from the Isle of Man. Lane 6, Isla Lipchot from the City of Liverpool. And lane 7 is Martha Baxter from Wigan Best. We've got 11 up to 13-year-olds here, so 2 swimmers are 11. We've got 1, 2, 3 12-year-olds and 2 13-year-olds. The fastest entry time for this one is 2:30.90. So we'll see how they all get on. After the first 50, Layla turns in 33.44, Isla 34.11, and Olivia in 34.14.
So the 100-metre turn, Isla Litchot leads the way, 1 minute 12.47 from Layla Scales at 1:13.28. And then Olivia Williamson was running third at that point. Entry times from 2 minutes 30 to 2:34. And mixture of ages from 11 to 13 on this one. Once again, as we said, one of our youngest swimmers is leading the way, and that is Isla Litchot, 1:49.94 from Layla Scales, 1:53.72. And then Bethany, 1:54.36 with Olivia, though. Olivia Koska not far behind at 1:54.43. Olivia Williamson was a 1:54.43 as well, just to confuse matters for myself. Well, it said Isla Litchot is still leading. Entry time of 2:32.71. I said 2:32.71. It's going to be way, way, way underneath that one. Isla Litchot, 2:28.33. I think Layla Scales was next at 2:30.91, and then Olivia Williamson at 2:31.75. Just wait for all of that to be confirmed. It is Heat 4.
Coaches and team managers, please could you send heats 11 to 15 of this event to marshalling. Heats 11 to 15 of this event to marshalling now. In heat 4, we've got lane 1, Yara Gazal from Lancaster. Lane 2 is Amy Chilaton from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 3 is Erin Fletcher from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 4 is Eleanor Fothergill from Flixton. Lane 5 is Esme Moore from Bolton Metro. Lane 6, Isla Astle from Clitheroe. Lane 7, Sophia Davis from Crosby. And lane 8 is Layla Dolan from Wigan Best. So we've got 12 years old up to 14 in this one. And the fastest entry time is 2:27.78.
Yeah, just once again, a quick reminder, as we were saying earlier on, there is a football match at the Etihad at 12:30 this afternoon. We say Man City against Everton. So if we do have swimmers making their way to the pool for the 1,500 metres, as I was saying, I would suggest you give yourselves a little bit of extra time so there's no panic and no chance of you missing the warm-ups for that when we move into session 7. So at the moment, lane 7, Sophia Davis of Crosby leading the way. Entry time of 2:29.64. She's being chased. On the inside lane of Clitheroe's Isla Astle. She's there as well as over in lane number 4, Helena Fothergill of Flixton. There you top 3 at the moment, although Layla Dolan, as we said, also running 4th at the moment. Sophia Davis, though, she turned at 1:49.29. Isla Astle 1:51.16. And Eleanor Fothergill 1:51.75. Both Layla and Yara turned at 1:53 over in lanes 1 and 8. So Sophia Davis is still leading the way, but Isla Astle of Clitheroe is catching her. Is she going to have enough pull? I'm not sure. 5 metres left. I'll tell you what, it will go to the touch, this one. Here we go. Isla Astle does get there first to 2:27.98. Again, we will just wait for the rest of the times to come in there. So I think, so wait for Sophia's time. It said she was getting into the wall in second. Like I said, we'll just, there we go. Everything changes on the board. Just wait for the big, there we go, confirmed. Let's go, heat 5.
Heat 5, we've got lane 1, Gracie Yates from Ramsbottom. Lane 2 is Elise Ainscough from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Megan Hacking from Grange Howard. Lane 4 is Annabel Irvine from Crosby. 2 swimmers next from the City of Salford. So lane 5 is Isabella Bunfield and lane 6 is Ria Wilkinson. Lane 7 is Isabella Grimbalderston from Leyland Barracudas. And lane 8 is Betsy Lloyd from Wigan Best. Age range, we've got 2 12-year-olds, we've got 2 13, and all the rest are 14. And the fastest entry time, this one is 2:26.20. It's very close with the entry times for this heat.
So as we come to, as we said, a 100-metre turn, Annabel Irvine and Isabella Bonfield, Crosby in the City of Salford. And the City of Salford swimmer turning first, 1:09.76. Annabel Irvine, 1:10.11. Isabella Grimblestone, 1:12.33. So as close as you like as they turn for home. Annabel now leading the way, 1:47.36 from Isabella at 1:47.45. Lots of encouragement today, loving it. And say from poolside and up here in the spectators gallery. Entry time for these two was both 2:26. Lane 4, Annabel from Crosby seems to have the slight advantage, but it's not done yet. Let's have a little look at the times. It is Annabel, 2:22.56 from Isabella at 2:22.94. Oh, who gets there next? Yeah, very good. Yeah, Isabella in lane 7 as well, 2:29.95. Confirmed, heat 6.
And in Heat 6, we've got Lane 1, Chloe Hardcastle from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 2 is Holly Bromwell from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Laura Dawson from Prescott. Lane 4, Lily Hanrahan from City of Salford. Lane 5, Alexis Aspin from Preston. Lane 6, Megan Ellis from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 7, Grace Tushingham from Preston. And Lane 8 is Courtney Galloway from Bolton Metro. Mixture of 13 and 14 here, so 2 swimmers. Lane 5 and 7 are 13 and all the rest are 14. And very close entry times here between 2:24.30 to 2:25.68. So nothing between these swimmers here.
So fastest entrance for this event in the junior section is City of Salford's Emily Bloxage. And in the seniors is Lucy Parsons of Prescott. And we will start to see those ladies shortly. In fact, Emily and Lucy will be next to each other in Heat 17. We look forward to that one. But at the moment, it is Megan Ellis leading the way, 1 minute 9.97 from Lily Hamrahan at 1:10.89. And then Grace Tushingham at 1:11. Lexis Aspin was also a 1:11. And Laura Dawson was a 1:12, as was Courtney in lane 8. So still very close, as you can see on the stream. Punching up at lane 6. Megan Ellis of Leyland Barracudas, green hat, still has a slight advantage over Grace Tushingham of Preston. You can see on the stream on the outside with the red hat. But again, at home, that gives you an indication that as she turns to home, Megan Ellis had about a half a body length lead. But lanes 4, 5 and 7 are right with her. Well, anyone could take out heat number 6 from lanes 4, 5, 6 and 7. I would say it's now Preston's Grace Tushingham who's leading the way. Let's have a little look at the markers in the pool. 15 metres to go, she's still there. Lily Hamrahan though, City of Salford coming back in lane 4. But this, I believe, will go to Grace Tushingham. And it does, 2:27.46. Lily Hamrahan, 2:28.03. Top two there. Just, again, wait for all of that to be confirmed. It is, so we move on to Heat 7.
In Heat 7, we have lane 1, Ellie Schofield from Aquabears. Lane 2 is Naomi Talbot from Bolton. Lane 3 is Olivia Knox from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Lila Cairns from Preston. Lane 5 is Sophie Whittles from the City of Salford. Lane 6 is Florrie Coyne from Ramsbottom. Lane 7 is Isabella Owen Holt from Wigan Best. And lane 8 is Emily Hyder from Ramsbottom. So we've got one 13-year-old, 2 14s, and the rest are all 15 in this one. And entry times again very close from 2:22.50 to 2:23.90.
Just a quick announcement, especially for spectators. If any of you have parked your car illegally, I would go and move it. The traffic wardens have made their way to the aquatic centre. So if any of you have parked your car in a place you shouldn't have, I would suggest you go and move it. The traffic wardens have made their way around the aquatic centre. It's like we're back at Wavertree. Anyway, once again, as I said, if your car's where it shouldn't be, please go and move it. Thank you. Now that one is very close at the turn. Naomi Talbot, 108. Ellie Schofield, a 108. Florrie Coyne, a 109, as is Sophie Whittles. Everyone else is at 1 minute 10.
Coaches and team managers, if you could start sending the remaining heats of this event to Marshalling now, please. So coaches and team managers, start sending the remaining heats of this event to Marshalling now. Thank you.
So as they turn for home, Naomi Talbot leads the way, 1:46.19. 5 100ths of a second in front of Ellie Schofield, 1:46.24. Olivia Knox and Sophie Whittles both turn on a 1:47. Once again, it takes a brave person to pick who's going to get to the wall first here. Lanes 1 and 2 look like they are, but coming through very strongly is Olivia Knox in 3. Who gets her? Oh, it's close. Ellie Schofield, 2:22.93. Again, we'll just wait for all of the times to come in, because we go. I think 1 or 2 things will change. Well done. Heat 8.
In Heat 8, in Lane 1, we've got Emily Rowe from the City of Salford. Lane 2 is Zoe Newitt from the Isle of Man. Lane 3, Imogen Claxon from Clitheroe. Lane 4 is Ellie McDermott from Ormskirk. Lane 5 is Sally Lomax from Preston. Lane 6, Scarlett Rose Barr from the City of Liverpool. Lane 7, Maggie Holmes from Carnforth. And Lane 8 is Veronica Rosaska from City of Manchester Aquatics. Age ranges from 13 up to 16 in this heat, and the qualifying times from 2:20, or entry times even, 2:21:43 up to 2:22:44.
Yeah, watching the start there, Imogen Clarkson over in lane 3 had a great start, great underwater. Through the first 50 metres she was leading. However, you look at the stream now, still probably out there, but lanes 7 and 8, as are 1 and 2, not far behind. So the 100-metre turn, Imogen Clarkson went round in around about a 1:09. So Imogen Clarkson, as we said, is still out in front. Lane 8 is going well. There's Veronica Rozwarska. She's doing great in 8. And probably running third at this minute. Emily Rose, City of Salford, over in 1. Although 6 is starting to come through. Also doing very well. Scarlett Rose Barr from the City of Liverpool. So Imogen's entry time was 2:21.76. We'll keep an eye on that, but as I mentioned at the turn, the City of Liverpool swimmer in lane 6, I say Scarlett Rose Barr is trying everything she can to catch up Imogen Clarkson. Underneath the flags, risky breath there, might cost her, we'll see. No, it's joint, it's a tied first place there. Imogen Clarkson, Scarlett and Scarlett both get to the wall at 2:23.57. Confirmed, heat 9.
In heat number 9, we've got lane 1 is Melina Grace Comerford from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Charlotte Middleton from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 5 is Holly McAvoy from Isle of Man. Lane 6 is Zara Butterworth from Aquabears. Lane 7 is Jemima Buglas from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 8 is Freya Doran from Crosby. And we've got 14 up to 18 in this heat of age range. And the fastest qualifying time fastest entry time for this one is 2:20.68 up to 2:21.41. Jemima turning first on the 100-metre mark there at 1:07.48, followed by Charlotte on 1:09.96, and then Melina 1:10.67. Very close between third and fourth. Freya 1:10.68, so very close between third and fourth here.
So at the minute, lane 7 is Jemima Buglas leading the way, Leyland Barracudas. She turns for home, 1:44.84. Charlotte Middleton next, 1:48.03. Melina Grace Comerford at 1:48.05. Freya Doran has also a 1:48 at the turn. Jemima, though, entry time is 2:21.18. . is still leading, heat number 9. Say great final 50s from Zara Butterworth. She's come back very strongly, as is lane 1, Melina. But we get times of Jemima Buglass, 2:21.82. Melina Grace Comfort, 2:23.89. Zara Butterworth, 2:24.27 are confirmed. So heat 10.
In heat 10, in lane 1, we've got Maisie Geary from Southport. Lane 2 is Evie Breeze from Bolton Metro. Lane 3, Anna Lucas from the City of Salford. Lane 4 is Robin Sallis from Carnforth. Lane 5 is Emily Wilson from Aquabears. Lane 6 is Madeline Bryan from the City of Salford. And then 2 swimmers from Wigan Best. Lane 7 is Ania Chisnell. And lane 8 is Poppy Johnson. Entry times here from 2:19.29 to 2:20.27. So again, very close entry times now. And we've got an age range from 14 up to 18 in this one. Sorry, it's 12 up to 18. So yeah, a younger swimmer here. Poppy is 12, and then up to 18 is the range that we've got here. So lanes 1 and 7 just slightly leading at the moment. Lane 1 will turn on the 100. Maisie 1:07.33. Ania 1:08.12, and then Madeline on 1:09.65.
So entry times, as we were saying, 2:19 to 2 minutes 20. 1:19. That'll be a hell of a 200 metre swim. I said Poppy in lane 8, our youngest swimmer here at 12. Emily Wilson in the middle at 18. So Maisie Geary and Anea Chisnell turn at 1:44.69 for Maisie, 1:44.84 for Anea. Anea's entry time 2:19.91. Maisie Geary's entry time at 2 minutes 20.09. So it shouldn't be a surprise that these two are battling it out. Coming through final 15 metres. So Anea is going to win the battle of heat number 10 as they come under the flags. As a reminder, Anea's entry time 2:19.91. Finish time 2 minutes 20.51. Maisie Geary 2:21.48. And Anna Lucas got to the wall third in 2:24.91. Heat 11.
And in heat 11, in lane 1, we've got Olivia Ryan from the City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 2 is Libby Woods from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Sophia Yu from Stretford. Lane 4 is Pollyanna Kershaw from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 5 is Kira McGarry from Burnley Bobcats. Lane 6 is Jessica Jones from Prescott. Lane 7 is Libby Poole from the City of Salford. And lane 8 is Shauna Thorburn from Southport. We've got our younger swimmer, 14 years old, Pollyanna from Blackpool, and then up to 19 years old. And again, very close entry times, all of them on the 2:18 point something. So 2:18.13 is the fastest entry time, up to 2:18.94. So this should be a very close heat.
On paper, it should be a very close heat, but at the moment, lane number 5, Kira McGarry from Burnley Bobcats, has got at least a body length lead over the rest of heat 11, but we are only at the halfway turn. Oh, Kira turns 1:06.44 from Shauna Thorburn at 1:07.95, and then Libby Woods at 1:08.18. Libby Poole was a 1:08.27, and Pollyanna Kershaw was a 1:08.35. As Rianne just mentioned, everyone entered here at 2:18, so we'll keep an eye on that time. As we said, Kieran McGarry was leading the way. However, on this third 50 metres, as I said, quite a few swimmers have tried to track her down a little bit. Libby Woods being closest there in lane 2. So, Kieran McGarry, 1:44.58. Libby Woods turns in 1:44.78. So only 2 tenths of a second between them. Pollyanna Kershaw, Shauna Thorburn and Libby Poole were all on 1:46s. Well, from my angle, it looks like Libby Woods in lane 2 has taken the lead in this one. And she has by a considerable distance, covering home very quickly, Libby Woods. She gets in there in 2:19.86. Kieran McGarry, 2:22.35, and Libby Poole, 2:22.37. Heat 12.
In heat number 12, we've got lane 1 is Lucy Mulholland from Preston. Lane 3 is Samantha Harrington from Crosby. Lane 4 is Ebony Thorburn from Southport and also from Southport. And lane 5 is Caitlin Scaife. Lane 6 is Maisie Lloyd from Wigan Best. And lane 7 is Sophia Mann from Ramsbottom. From 14 to 19 are the age ranges for this heat. And the times on paper to 17:18 up to 18:06.
So as heat 12 makes its way to the halfway turn, it is lane 6, Wigan Best Maisie Lloyd leading the way. She will turn at 1 minute 6.93. Ebony Thorburn, 1:07.75. Sophia Mann at 1:08.17. And Caitlin Scaife at 1:08.19. So, again, all to play for through the second half of heat 12. Ebony Thorburn, Southport, is trying to make a charge here, but still, Maisie Lloyd in 6 has got a Maisie Lloyd body length lead. 1:43.12 at the turn from Ebony Thorburn, 1:44.40. Sophia Mann, 1:45.31. Caitlin Scaife was still there at 1:45 as well. As we said, let's have a little look. Maisie's entry time, 2:17.41. 15 metres to go. She starts to try and rev those legs up just for the final 5 or 6 metres now. And Maisie Lloyd, as we said, 2:17 on the entries. Is going to be bang on that. 2:17.94 for Maisie Lloyd. Ebony Thorburn, 2 minutes 24.0. And Sophia Mann, 2:21.05. Heat 13.
Coaches and team managers, please can you send heats 1 to 3 of the 200 backstroke for the open male events coming up. So please send heats 1 to 3 of the 200 back to Mashling. On heat 13, we have lane 1, Tilly Stevens from Crosby. Lane 2 is Georgia Howard from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Evie Sampson from Southport. Lane 4 is Ola Emery from Ramsbottom. Lane 5, Kira Johnson from Wigan Best. Lane 6, Martha Sumnall from Everton. Lane 7, Amy Coy from Ormskirk, and lane 8 is Amelia Atkinson from the City of Salford. We've got 5 14-year-olds in this one. We've got 15-year-old and 2 16-year-olds. And the entry times are 2:16.07 is the fastest on paper for this one. And then going up to 2:17. 2:17, just 2:17. That's it. No point something, it's just 2:17.
So the same point to make out there for the 14-year-olds in Heat 13. There is only two 14-year-olds left to race after this. They're going to be in the next heat. So the 14-year-olds pretty much know if they can obviously beat the predecessors who've been beforehand. They finish first. They are pretty much guaranteed a medal. And at this moment in time, it is lane 2, Georgia Howard from Wigan Best, who is leading the way. Although, it says that Amy Coy in 7 is also going well. But Georgia turns to 1 minute 40.51, less than a second in front of Amy Coy, 141.34. Orla Emery was next at 142, Akiva Johnson at 142. So at the moment, Georgia Howard is leading the way, but Amy Coy in 7 and 4 and 5. Orla Emery and Akiva Johnson also working hard to come back. But as we said, it looks that it is going to be Georgia Howard with 5 meters left. 2:16 on the entries. Georgia Howard goes underneath that. 2:14.46 to Georgia Howard. Amy Coy, 2:16.24. And Kira Johnson gets to the wall third in 2:16.90. Heat 14. Heat 14, lane number 1 from City of Salford is Caitlin Postalacci-Suchu. In lane 2 from Wigan Best is Anya Foxwell. Lane 3 from Southport, Pippa Vey. Lane 4 from Carnforth is Clara Spence. In lane 5 from Leyland Barracudas is Emily Wade. In lane 6 from City of Manchester Aquatics is Grace Roble from Keating. And in lane 7 from Wigan Best is Ruby Sheehan. Youngest swimmer here is Anya Foxwell. It says she's 14. Couple of 15-year-olds in lanes 1 and 3. 3 16-year-olds in lanes 4, 5 and 6, and Ruby Sheehan is our eldest swimmer here in lane 7. Anya Foxwell goes out fastest at 30.47 in lane number 2. As I said, obviously inspired by teammate Georgia Howard, who was in the exact same lane in the previous heat. Well, as we come to the halfway turn, there will be lanes 4, 5 and 6, I would imagine, are going to be leading. Emily Wade in 5, 105.54 from Grace Roble from Keating, 105.85, and Clara Spence, 106.19 at the halfway turn. Fastest entrant here was Clara Spence at 2:12.99, going out to 2:15. But leading the way as they turn for home is Emily Wade, 1 minute 40.60. Grace Roble for Keating, 141.33. And Clara Spence, 142.57. So at the moment, it is, as you can see, lanes 5 and 6, both in the same age category. Emily Wade, Grace Roble from Keating. 2:13s, 2:14s on the entries. Who gets to the wall first this time? It is. Let's have a little look. Emily Wade, 2:14.84. Grace Roble from Keating, 2:15.10. And it looks like Ruby Sheehan got back third in 2:17.15. Heat 15.
In Heat 15, we have lane 1, Caitlin O'Brien from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 2 is Zara Mann from Preston. Lane 3, Joni Dunn from Ormskirk. Lane 4 is Autumn Claxton from the City of Salford. And also from the City of Salford in lane 5 is Jessica Corder. Lane 6 is Jenna Cross from Preston, also Preston's Grace Waring-Hewlett in lane 7 and Nicole Adeyeye from the City of Salford in lane 8.
2 Salford swimmers leading the way at the 50-metre turn. Jessica Corder, 30.69, and Autumn Claxton, 30.79. Grace Waring-Hewlett was at 30.87. Everyone else, though, not far behind on low 31s and a low 32. Metre turn, Grace Waring-Hewlett, 104.56 from Jess Corder, 104.67, and Autumn Claxton, 105.29. Nicole Adeyeye was also at a 105. So turning for home, Jess Corder leading the way, 139.44 from Joni Dunn, 1 minute 40.27. Grace Waring-Hewlett, 1 minute 40.48. Your top 3 at the final turn. Jess Corder's entry time, 2:11.38. 15 metres to go, she's still leading the way. Lane 3, Joni Dunn of Ormskirk trying to catch her, as is Grace Waring-Hewlett in 7. But Jess Corder will not be denied. 2 minutes 12.53. Joni Dunn, 2:14.03, and Grace Waring-Hewlett, 2:14.78.
Confirmed heat 16. In Heat 16, we've got Lane 1, Kate Roberts from the City of Liverpool, and also from the City of Liverpool in Lane 2 is Hannah Mayer. Lane 3 is Evie Cutter from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Amber Downham from the City of Manchester. Lane 5, is Isabel Lipshot from the City of Liverpool. Lane 6, Caitlin Gibson from Bolton Metro. Lane 7 is Lauren Donnett from the Isle of Man, and Lane 8 is Francesca Cullen from Bolton Metro. Age ranges here, we've got 2 15-year-olds, 3 15-year-olds, and then up to 19. Fastest entry time is 2:05.64 up to 2:10.55. Amber turning first after the 100 metres on 103.75. Caitlin 103.98 and Lauren Donnett on 104.93. Coaches and team managers, please send heat 4 to 7 of the 200 backstroke to marshalling. So heat 4 to 7 of the 200 backstroke to marshalling. After the 100 metre mark, Amber turns 136.72. Isabel Lipshot second, 138.31. And Caitlin very close behind, 138.35. So just coming under the flags now, lane 4 is going to touch first in a time of 2:10.01. Second place, Evie Cutter, 2:10.91, and Lauren Donnett, 2:11.03. Confirmed, heat 17. And just letting you know, heat 16, lane 8 was a disqualification. So heat 16, lane 8 was a disqualification. And in this final heat of the 200s, in lane 1, we've got Alice Volkovaya from the city of Salford. Lane 2 is Madison Wrens from Crosby. Lane 3, Kerry Henney from the city of Liverpool. Lane 4 is Emily Blockstage from the city of Salford. Lane 5 is Lucy Parsons from Prescott. Lane 6, Mia Mason from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 7, Eleanor Kay from Bolton Metro. And lane 8 is Mia Buslem from Liverpool Penguins.
Well, 4 swimmers there, turned on 29s and 4 turned on 30s. As we mentioned earlier, both for the fastest entrants from the junior, Emily Blocksage, and from the senior, Lucy Parsons, are here in 4 and 5. Kerry Henney, though, has gone out fast in 3. Both Kerry and Emily turned pretty much the same time. Emily Blocksage, 101.40. Kerry Henney, 101.48. Madison Wrens was 102, as was Lucy Parsons. Mia Mason, Alice Volkovaya, and Eleanor Kay were 103s. So, as I said, Emily still out in front. And Kerry Henney trying to make this one a little bit tough, as I said, for Emily. But as we have a look at the other angle, it's just short of a body length lead for Emily. She turns to home. 133.20 as she turns. As I said, Emily's entry time was 2:02. So again, Emily out in front. After that, still Kerry Henney running second, but Lucy Parsons is starting to track her down with every single stroke. After that, lane number 2, Madison Wrens is also going well. But it is going to be Emily. This time in the time of 2 minutes 4.44 for Emily Blocksage. Lucy Parsons, 2:07.26, and Kerry Henney, 2:08.05. That is confirmed, so we'll move on to event 604, open male 200 metres backstroke. There will be 11 heats of this event, and of course, we'll get underway once the ledges get in the pool.
Heat 1. And in heat number 1, we've got lane 3, Charlie Parker from Preston. Lane 4 is Starson Butterworth from Ramsbottom. And lane 5 is Ethan Jennings from Burnley Bobcats. All 11-year-old here. And the entry time from 3:08.88 to 3:10.72.
So again, as we mentioned a few times, with the 200s, you only get one chance to get your best time. And these, the entry times in Heat 1 were very close, as we was just mentioning. 3 minutes 8 for Starson, 3 minutes 9 for Ethan, and 3:10 for Charlie. As we said, all in that 10 and 11 years bracket. And in weekend 1 for me, he's one of the standout swimmers, and at the moment he's leading the way again, is Starson from Ramsbottom. Turns 1 minute 26.48. As I said, entry time of 3 minutes 8.88. Nice and close between Charlie and Ethan as well. 1:31s, they both turned on, with Ethan having a, well, 0.2 of a second lead. So nothing in that whatsoever. As a reminder, after this event and the final heat, Heat 11, we'll go to the finals, which will be the females 100 meters breaststroke. As always, if you're in the building, we ask you to make as much noise as you possibly can, especially if you've got swimmers in the finals from your club. And of course, no need to tell you to make a lot of noise if your swimmer is actually there. We look forward to the 100 breaststrokes. There were some great heats and what looked like some exciting finals. Obviously, after this, we're hoping to be finished at 11:45, and we'll then let the warm-ups begin for the 1,500 meters. Back to the pool, and it is Starson Butterworth of Ramsbottom, as I said, leading the way. 3 minutes 8.88 he was, his entry time. Currently running at 2:48, 2:49 as he comes into his final 5 meters, so he's going to be way inside his entry time. Can he go under 3 minutes? Yes, he can. 2:57.96 for Starson Butterworth. Very good indeed. Next in, so it looked like lane 5, although we'll just have to wait for everything to come up on the board and be confirmed. Confirmed, heat 2.
In Heat 2, we've got Lane 2, Aidan Davey from Southfords. Lane 3 is Thomas Owens from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 4 is Anthony Zima from Ramsbottom. Lane 5, Thomas Daly from Stretford. Lane 6, Harry Posner from Blackpool Aquatics. And Lane 7 is Evan Wong from Preston.
Okay, we've got results for you from the females 200 freestyle. In the 10 and 11 years age group, in 3rd place from Prescott was Sophie Barr. 2nd place from Ramsbottom, Rosie Byrne. And your winner in a time of 2:28.33 from the City of Liverpool is Isla Liptrot. In the 12 years age group, in 3rd place from City of Salford, Rhea Wilkinson. 2nd place from Clitheroe is Isla Astle. And the winner in a time of 2:26.14 from Wigan Best is Poppy Johnson. In the 13 years age group, in 3rd place from Clitheroe is Imogen Clarkson. 2nd place from Wigan Best is Olivia Knox. And the winner of that one, in a time of 2:18.46 from City of Salford, Autumn Claxton. In the 14 years age group, in 3rd place from Wigan Best, Maisie Lloyd. 2nd place from Wigan Best, Kira Johnson. And your winner in a time of 2 minutes 14.46, also from Wigan Best, Georgia Howard. In the 15 years age group, in 3rd place from the Isle of Man is Lauren Dennett. 2nd place from Wigan Best, and 3rd in the juniors is Evie Cutter. And the winner of that one in a time of 2 minutes 4.44 from City of Salford, and also 1st in the juniors and 1st in the seniors, Amelie Bloxage. In the 16 years age group, in third place from City of Salford, Alice Volkovaya. Second place from City of Liverpool is Isabel Littrott. And the winner of that one in a time of 2 minutes 8:05, also from City of Liverpool. And second in the juniors and third in the seniors is Kerry Henney. In the 17s and overs, in third place from City of Manchester Aquatics, Mia Mason. Second place from Crosby is Madison Wrens. And the winner of that one in a time of 2 minutes 7.26, coming second in the seniors from Prescott, Lucy Parsons.
And just coming under the flags, lane 4 will win this heat in a time of 2:55.96. That's Anthony Zima. His entry time was 3.97. So really great time there, 2:55.96. Second, Evan Wong, 3:02.83. And Harry Posner, third, 3:04.24. Confirmed heat 3. Just letting you know, there was a disqualification in Heat 2, Lane 7 was DQ, so Heat 2, Lane 7 was a disqualification. Moving on now to Heat 3, Lane 1 is Walter Fisher from Bolton Metro, Lane 2 is Callum Chung from Everton, Lane 3 is William Nichols from Carnforth, Lane 4 is Logan Evans from Blackpool Aquatics, Lane 5 is Jacob Lupton from Prescott, Lane 6 is Samuel Higginbottom from Lancaster, Lane 7 is James Boyers from Wigan Best, and Lane 8 is Theo Piculas from Bolton Metro. Can I ask coaches and team managers to send the remaining heats of this event to marshalling now, please? So the remaining heats of this event to marshalling now. We have one 11-year-old in this heat, Logan in lane 4. Everybody else is 12, and entry times range from 2:52.45 to 3:00.36. So just coming under the, for the first 100, it's very close, lane 3 and 7. William Nichols turning first in a time of 1:23.37, James 1:23.92 and Samuel 1:24.72.
Oh, I said William Nichols, another one of the swimmers we talked about quite a lot in weekend 1, as we did with James Boyers' birthday in weekend 1. So them two leading the way at the moment, although Samuel Higginbottom, who said in 6, as well as 5, and Jacob Lupton is slowly trying to get in front of James in 7, but we'll have a little look. Tell you what, lane 3, as we said, still William Nichols of Carnforth is leading the way. He turns at 2:07.89. James Boyers still second at 2:10.04, but Jacob Lupton 2:10.38. Samuel Higginbottom 2:10.59. So entry time for William Nichols was 2:54.10. He's still leading the way. Coming back is Jacob Lupton from Prescott in 5. But Samuel Higginbottom and James Boyers are still there as well. But William Nichols entry time 2:54.10. He's going to beat that. 2:51.51. Next to get in. It says it's Samuel Higginbottom, but we'll see. Let's have a little look. Anyway, very close to call, but 1/100th between a couple of the swimmers there. Just wait for everyone to come in and all to be confirmed. Confirmed, heat 4.
And in heat 4, we have lane 1, Albion Dobrushi from Liverpool Penguins. Lane 2 is Sam Lutas from Prescott. Also from Prescott in lane 3 is Thomas Ball. Lane 4 is Archie Honey from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 5 is James Graham from Bridgefield. Lane 7 is Winston Crosthwaite from Bolton Metro. And lane 8 is Sebastian Bowen from Preston. 2 11-year-olds, 1 12, and the rest are 13 in this heat, and their entry times from 2:44.16 up to 2:52.37.
So 50-metre turn, Archie Honey leads away 37.17 from James Graham, 37.54, and Thomas Ball 38.49. The top 3. Again, more swimmers in this heat who we were featured a lot in weekend 1. The name that pops out to me is lane 1. So I'll be Dobrushi. Although, in all honesty, all our swimmers just to get to the counties have had a fantastic time. So, but as we get to the halfway turn, it's the middle lanes. And it's now James Graham leading away, 1:18.04 from Archie Honey, 1:18.67. And Thomas Ball is still third at 1 minute 20.82. I said the boys in 4 and 5, James and Archie, both in the same age category, the 13 years age group. As I said, the Bridgefield swimmer who's represented today, James Graham, has decided he's not waiting around any longer on his third 50-metre length, and he's pulling away rapidly. As I said, still running second is Archie Honey, Blackpool swimmer. And in lane 3, Thomas Ball, as we've mentioned, are still your top 3. So James Graham turned in under 2 minutes, 1:58.80. Archie Honey, 2:03.03. Thomas Ball, 2:03.52. So as a reminder, James Graham's entry time, 2:45.28. 2:45.28 with 5 metres to go. He's going to be way, way, way under that once again. Let's have a look. James touches the wall, 2:38.75. Fantastic swim there. And it looks like we'll finish the top 3 as we've had it for the majority of the race. Archie Honey, 2:44.87 with Thomas Ball at 2:45.24. Heat 5.
In heat number 5, we have Jasper Gibson-Bird from Fleetwood in lane 1. We've got Gabriel Barnett from Blackpool Aquatics in lane 2. Lane 3 is Dylan Gregory from Crosby. Lane 4 is Kareem Altok from the City of Salford. Lane 5 is Oliver Crosby from St Helens. Harrison Burgess from Ramsbottom in lane 6. Leo Ashcroft from Wigan Best in lane 7. And Samuel Wilson from Ramsbottom in lane 8. We've got 2 12-year-olds, we've got 4 13-year-olds and 2 14-year-olds in this one. And we've got, did I say that right then? Yeah, I think I did, yeah, sorry. So 2:36.23 is the fastest entry time in this heat, up to 2:44.04. But as we've seen in so many of these heats, the fastest entry time on paper doesn't mean that you are going to, that you come in first, because we've had so many different times, haven't we? So it's great to see everybody doing so well.
Yeah, definitely at the moment. That's certainly the case with lanes 1, 2, 3, as well as Harrison in 6. Are leading as we come through to the halfway turn. Gabriel Barnett. Oh, Dylan Gregory will get to the wall first at the turn, pretty much simultaneously. It is Dylan Gregory, though, 1:17.82 from Gabriel Barnett at 1:17.91. As we said there as well, lane 6, Harrison Burgess. He was running third at 1:19.25. Fastest entries here in the juniors is Sammy Sutcliffe, Ramsbottom. And in the seniors, teammate Finley Pope. Oh, as we said, from Ramsbottom are your 2 quickest entries. And we will see them a little bit later on. Oh, Dylan Gregory, 1:58.54 at the turn, give himself half a second lead over Gabriel Barnett, and then Harrison Burgess still third at 2:01.10. Dylan's entry time was 2:38.86. Gabriel Barnett 2:40.22. As we said, Harrison still running third, although coming back strongly is Leo Ashcroft in 7 as well. But underneath the flags we go. Lane 3, Dylan Gregory of Crosby, 2:37.05. Gabriel Barnett, 2:39.34. And Harrison Burgess, 2 minutes 40.40 are your top 3. Of course, pending confirmation once our swimmers are all in, which they are. Heat 6.
Coaches and team managers, please could you send the first 3 finals to marshalling? So that would be event 605, 606, 607, which is the 10 and 11 years final, the 12-year-old and the 13-year-olds, please. So if you just send those 3 first finals to marshalling, that would be great, thank you. In Heat 6, in Lane 1, we've got Caleb Gowenlock from Wigan Best. Lane 2 is Alex McHugh from Canforth, and also from Canforth. And Lane 3 is Harvey Burns. Lane 4 is Harrison Dale from Southport. Lane 5 is Mitchell Leake from Wigan Best. Lane 6 is Archie McLaren from Aquabears. Lane 7 is Callum Byrne from Southport. And Lane 8 is James Farnan from the Isle of Man. We have 1 13-year-old, 14, 15 and 16 in this one, so a mixture of ages, and the entry times 2:28.63 up to 2:35.06.
So at the halfway turn, Alex McHugh leads away 1:13.50 from Harvey Burns, 1:13.81, and then Mitchell Leake was running third at 1:14.64. As we said, quite a bit of a gap there with the entry times anyway, 2:28 in the middle of the pool to 2:35 on the outsides. But one person who isn't bothering with that at all, as I said, is our heat leader, Alex McHugh. He's going very well, but teammate Harvey Burns is tracking him, as is Mitchell Leake. And in between all of them, Harrison Dale is not far behind either. So they make their way home. Still could go anywhere here in Heat 6. Any of 4 swimmers, possibly 3, can take out Heat 6. The 2 Canforth swimmers still lead the way at the moment. Alex McHugh in 2, Harvey Burns in 3. Both entry times are 2:29. Harrison Dale and Mitchell Leake still not letting them get away too much. So which Cairn Force swimmer gets there first? It's Alex Mayhew, 2:31.22. Harvey Burns, 2:31.25. And Mitchell Leake, 2:32.42. Heat 7.
Coaches and team managers, please could you send the remaining finalists to marshalling now for the 100-metre breaststroke. So all the remaining finalists to marshalling now. In Heat 7, we've got Lane 1, Rowan Allison from Preston. Lane 2 is Daniel Barton from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Owen Donnelly from Clitheroe. Lane 4 is Finlay Byrne from Southport. Lane 5 is Lewis Clayton from Burnley Bobcats. Lane 6, Nathan Healy from Wigan Best. Lane 7 is Harry Roberts from Bolton. And Lane 8 is Cole Hood from Wigan Best. We've got one 13-year-old going up to 2:14, 3:15 and then 2 16-year-olds. So again, a range of ages in this heat, and the entry times from 2:26.49 to 2:28.16.
So as we move through the first half of Heat 7, it is Lane 3, Owen Donnelly of Clitheroe, who's leading the way. In the 15 years age bracket, entry time of 2:27.27. After that, it looks like Lane 2. That's big Dan Barton from Wigan Best. It will be. He turns at 1:12.20 with Lewis Clayton at 1:12.67 and Harry Roberts 1:12.97. Everyone else was a 1:13, by the way. So still all to play for. But at the moment, Lane 3, Owen Donnelly of Clitheroe is leading. Followed, as we mentioned, by Dan Barton. After that, Lane 1 looks to have had a great third 50 so far. Rowan Allison of Preston. Although, as I said, I'm right down at the start end. So once I get there, we go. Let's look. So Lane 3, as we said, Owen Donnelly leading the way. Dan Barton turns second, 1:50.81. Teammate Cole Hood has moved through to third now, 1:51.84. Well, still close to call this one, you know. I say not so much with the race leader at the moment, Owen Donnelly. Although Finlay Byrne of Southport is coming back quick. Also still having a great race is Cole Hood in lane 8. And Dan Barton still there in second at the moment. But Finlay Byrne is coming through very quickly. However, let's look at Owen Donnelly. He's going to get into the wall first. 2:26.57. Dan Barton, 2:28.20. And it's Finlay Byrne, 2:28.94. A provisional top 3 in Heat 7. Heat number 8.
So just a reminder of coaches, team managers, please make sure that all the finalists now for the 100-metre breaststroke have gone to marshalling. Thank you. And in Heat 8, we have lane 1 is Luca Mann from Ramsbottom. Lane 2, James Vaughan from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Mark Owen from Bolton. And lane 4 is Archie Fisher from Bolton Metro. Lane 5 is Dylan Foster from Southport. Lane 6, Joseph Ball from Preston. Lane 7, Mika Noel Schrank from City Manchester Aquatics. And lane 8 is Oliver Stanley from Preston. one 14-year-old. We've got 3 15 and the rest are 16 in this heat. And the entry times range from 2:22.65 up to 2:25.21. And just coming up to the 100-metre mark, it looks like lane 4 is going to turn first. Yes, so Archie Fisher turns first in at 1:10.90. Dylan Foster, 1:12.18 a second, and third, Oliver Stanley, very close on 1:12.39. There's not much between second and sixth place here. They're very, very close together. And Archie keeping his lead there, turning 150-metre mark on 1:49.40. Marco Wynn, 1:51.36, and very close to Marcus James Vaughan, 1:51.87. Let's see what happens over this last 50. And just under the flags now, lane 4 will touch first. Archie Fisher in a time of 2:26.94. Second place, 2:28.25. Marco Wynn on third place. Joseph Ball, 2:29.85. Confirmed, heat 9. And in heat number 9, we have lane 1, Ben Saxby from Ramsbottom. Lane 2 is Isaac Shaw from Preston. Lane 3 is Leo Talbot from Bolton. Lane 4 is Leo Taylor from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 6, Jack Jarvis from the City of Manchester. Lane 7, Luke Brussels, also from the City of Manchester. And lane 8 is Oliver Crooks from Bolton Metro, the youngest swimmer. Leo in lane 3, who's Ben and Leo actually want lanes 1 and 3 at 14. Then we've got 15, 16, 17 and 18-year-olds in this heat. And the entry times range from 2:18.39 up to 2:22.29. And as they are coming up to the 100-metre mark, lane 6 will turn first. Jack Jarvis, 1:07.20. Leo Taylor, 1:09.25. And Isaac Shaw, 1:10.13.
All right, coaches and team managers, if you haven't already done so, the finals lists are available in the coach's office. So if you haven't already got them, team managers and coaches, the final start lists are available in the coach's office, and it is still next door to the timing suite. Just as a reminder, warm-up for session 7, which is the 1,500 metres, will be for all swimmers, and that will start at 11:50. It'll go through till 12:15, and we'll start racing straight after.
Yeah, just coming up under the flags here, we've got lane 6. He's kept his lead throughout and Jack Jarvis finishes in a time of 2:22.38. Leo Taylor, 2:23.86. And Isaac Shaw, 2:25.69. Confirmed, heat 10. And in heat 10, we've got lane 1 is Joseph Ashley from the City of Liverpool. Lane 2 is Charles Foster from the Isle of Man. Lane 3 is Sean Flanagan from Crosby. Lane 4 is Hayden Saul from Preston. Also from Preston in lane 5 is Emil Dawkins. Lane 6 is Joshua Hayes from Wigan Best. Lane 7 is Rhys Jenkins from the City of Salford. Lane 8 is Shay Whiteley from Ramsbottom. And we've got ages ranging from 16 to 19 in this heat, with the fastest entry time 2:10.23 up to 2:16.84.
So at the 50-metre turn, it was lane 4. Preston's Hayden Saul leading the way. And as I look down in the pool, he's still doing that. He's got himself around about a body length lead over teammates. Neil Dawkins in lane 5. Probably go to the far side of the pool from my position. Next in lanes 1 and 2, Joseph Ashley and Charles Foster. But Hayden at halfway turn, 1:04.65. Emil Dawkins, 1:07.25. Joseph Ashley was a 1:08.78. And Charles Foster, 1:08.95. And Sean Flanagan at a 1:09. The rest of our swimmers turned on a 1:10. So a heat leader at the moment. Let's say that's Hayden Saul of Preston. Entry time of 2:10.23. We'll keep an eye on that. As I said, teammate Emil Dawkins still with him in 5. Well, I say still with him. So about probably nearly a body and a half length lead now. He turned, did Hayden, at 1:39.82. It's pretty much a 3-second lead of Emil Dawkins, 1:42.32. And Sean Flanagan, 1:45.11. 25 metres to go, and it is still lane 4 leading the way. And as a reminder, entry time of 2 minutes 10.23. It is going to be Hayden from Emil, and then running third is Sean Flanagan. That's how it's going to finish, I think. Let's see. Hayden Saul, 2:14.56. Emil Dawkins, 2:18.53. And in the wall third was Sean Flanagan at 2:19.96. Of course, all pending confirmation. All confirmed. We move on to the final heat. Heat 11.
Heat 11, so this is the last heat of this event. We have lane 1 is Lachlan Beasley from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 2 is Henry Holding from Wigan Best. Also from Wigan Best in lane 3 is Matthew Tinkler. Lane 4 is Finlay Pope from Ramsbottom. Lane 5 is Mark Thompson from Bolton Metro. Lane 6 is Flynn Smith from Southport. Also from Southport in lane 7 is Joel Morley. And in lane 8 is Sammy Sutcliffe from Ramsbottom. So Sammy being the youngest in this heat at 15, and then we go up to 21 in age range, and we've got the fastest entry time 1:58.07, going up to 2:09.52.
Yeah, so once again, just a reminder for our team managers and coaches, can we have all of our swimmers for the finals? So as we're saying, all the females for the 100-metre breaststroke finals. If you haven't already done so, please head to marshalling now. Thank you. Finlay Pope leads the way at 100-metre turn, 1:01.69 from Joel Morley at 1:03.21, and Flynn Smith, 1:04.77. Just a very quick announcement for team managers and coaches. If you have any other swimmers who are going to be withdrawing from the 1,500 metres, please get that information in as quickly as possible, please. Again, as we said, if any of your swimmers are not going to be taking part in the 1500 metres, please get that information in now. In weekend one of the swimmers didn't actually get withdrawn and it added an extra heat. Today, if one more swimmer withdraws, we lose another heat. So if anyone's not swimming, please let us know, and that's greatly appreciated. Okay, so back to the action. Finley Pope, lane 4. Finish time, 2 minutes 9.18. Next to the wall is Joel Morley, 2:12.91, with Lachlan Beasley coming back strong in 2:13.84. Okay, we move on to the finals. An event 605, female 10 and 11 years, 100 metres, breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Daisy Mather. In lane number 2 from Prescott, Sophie Barr. In lane number 3 from Leyland Barracudas, Neve Connolly. In lane number 4 from Preston, Wei Ann Ho. In lane number 5 from City of Liverpool, Isla Liptrot. In lane number 6 from City of Manchester Aquatics, Elspeth Archer. In lane number 7 from Ramsbottom, Olivia Steer. And in lane number 8 from Wigan Best, Poppy Stanley. So off we go, the first final of the morning, and it was lane number 4, Preston's Wei Ann Ho in the heats. 1:33.73 was your fastest, going to the outside lanes at 1:43. Good starts from quite a number of swimmers there. As you can see though, middle lane starting to make inroads at the moment. Wei Ann Ho in 4 and Isla Liptrot in 5. Also going well at the moment is Neve Connolly in 3. So Wei Ann Ho starting to pull away as we come towards the end of the first 50 metres. The 50 metre turn this morning was 44.24. She turns here at 42.99. So gone out a lot quicker. Sophie Barr 45.63. Neve Connolly 45.76. And Isla Liptrot 45.87. All going faster than this morning as well by a considerable distance. So at the moment, leading away, lane number 4, Wei Ann Ho, as we said, off Preston, is out in front. Isla Liptrot in 5 is next. And then still, that bronze medal is up for grabs. Maybe even the silver at the moment. As we said, at this present time, Wei Ann Ho is leading the way, that is no doubt. Entry time, or should I say heat time, was 1:33.73. It's going to go way underneath that one. 1:32.03. Isla Liptrot's going to get there next. 1:36.44. And let me see who gets into the wall third. It looks like Sophie Barr at 1:37.42. But we'll just wait for all of that to get confirmed.
Okay, we're moving on now to event 606, which is the female 12 years 100 metre breaststroke. Introducing your finalists. In lane 1 from Leyland Barracudas is Athena Johnston. In lane 2 from Preston is Bethany McQuenberry. In lane 3, Violet Cairns from Preston. In lane 4 from Blackburn is Eliza Johnson. In lane 5, Tallulah Kay from Preston. In lane 6 from Wigan Best is Esme Can Live. In lane 7, also from Wigan Best, is Betsy Lloyd. And in lane 8, also from Wigan Best, is Martha Baxter.
All right, here we go again. In the heats, it was Eliza Johnson, 127.88. Going to the outside lanes of 133. Quick good luck message to Mia Robinson and Sophie Lee. Go smash it. That's from Evie. I'm guessing Evie Sampson. And good luck to you ladies in your upcoming finals. At the moment though, it is very close through the start of this. Lane 4 I'm going with is Eliza Johnson of Blackburn leading the way. She was first to the wall in the 50 metres in the heats at 41.64. She turns this time at 39.26. Tallulah Kay, 40.88, and Violet Kearns at 41.15. Just having a quick scan, most of the swimmers have actually gone faster than their first 50 metres this morning. So, still making her way back, it is lane 4. Eliza Johnson leading the way from Tallulah Kay in lane number 5. Again, just like the last final though, the bronze place position at the moment is going to Violet Kearns of Preston in 3. But, as we said, Eliza Johnson Blackburn, heat time 1:27, she's going to smash that. 1:24.57 for Eliza Johnson. Tallulah Kay, 1:25.75. Violet Kearns, 1:28.31. Your provisional 1, 2, 3. We move on to event 607, the females 13 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane 1 from Ramsbottom, Gracie Yates. In lane 2 from Charlie Marlins, Pink Lily Tarek. In lane number 3 from Wigan Best, Ellen Jones. In lane number 4 from Southport, Mia Robinson. In lane number 5 from Clitheroe, Imogen Clarkson. In lane 6 from Blackpool Aquatics, Holly Warburton. In lane 7 from City of Salford, Amy Young. And in lane number 8 from Wigan Best, Layla Dolan. So big underwater work there from lane 5, Imogen Clarkson. Great underwaters. And out she comes and off she goes. Through the first 25 metres, it is Imogen Clarkson of Clitheroe just ahead of Mia Robinson of Southport. Hard to tell third at this moment, possibly Ellen Jones of Wigan Best. But we shall see as we make our way down this first 50 metres. This morning in the heats, Mia Robinson was fastest over the first 50. She went 38.41. She goes 37.44 this time. Imogen Clarkson 37.98, and then Holly Warburton 38.79. Ellen Jones went under 40 as well at 39.49. But at the minute, it looks as if this is a free swimmer race, should we say, between 4, 5, and 6. Mia Robinson, Imogen Clarkson, and Holly Warburton. Mia Robinson leading the way, the Southport swimmer in 4. Imogen Clarkson still second in 5. Holly Warburton doing everything she can. As I said, a Blackpool Aquatic swimmer in 6. Mia, I believe, is going to take this one out. In the heat, she was 1:22.54. She goes 1 minute 21.50. Imogen Clarkson, 1:22.91. And Holly Warburton, 1:23.07.
Okay, moving on now to event 608, which is the female 14 years 100 metre breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane 1 from Crosby is Tilly Stevens. In lane 2 from Wigan Best, Kira Johnson. In lane 3 from Ramsbottom is Bonnie Caruthers. In lane 4 from Blackpool Aquatics, Sophie Dixon. In lane 5 from Leyland Barracudas, Elizabeth Adam. In lane 6 from the City of Liverpool, Evelyn Flanagan. In lane 7 also from the City of Liverpool is Marley Rose Garrett. And in lane 8 from Southport is Sophie Lee.
So this could prove to be a close final. In the heat, Sophie Dixon, Elizabeth Adam both went 1:18. We then had three swimmers. Two swimmers on it. Oh, three swimmers. There we go. Kira Johnson, Bonnie Caruthers, and also Evelyn Flanagan on 123s. Low 124s and a 125, so it could go anywhere. Who knows? Through 35 metres we go. Lanes 4 and 5 leading the way at the moment. Both Sophie Dixon and Elizabeth Adam went 36 seconds on the first 50 metres this morning. And they're both going to do the same again. Sophie Dixon 36.22, Elizabeth Adam 36.70, then Bonnie Caruthers 37.85 at the turn. Still, this could go anywhere. Lanes 4 and 5 battling it out. Sophie Dixon, Blackpool Aquatics in 4. Elizabeth Adam, Leyland Barracudas in 5. Oh, I tell you what, it's going to be close. It's going to be at the touch. Who gets there first? It's Sophie Dixon, 1:17.66. Elizabeth Adam, 1:17.73. And Evelyn Flanagan, 1:21.58. We move on to event 609, the female 15 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Introducing your finalists. In lane number 1 from Wigan Best, Anaya Chisnall. In lane number 2 from Bolton Metro, Jasmine Rowe. In lane number 3 from Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. In lane number 4 from City of Salford, Anastasia Mossat. In lane number 5 from Ormskirk, Joni Dunn. In lane number 6 from Wigan Best, Alice Holt. In lane number 7 from Preston, Sally Lomax. And in lane number 8 from City of Salford, Rosie Berry. Very quickly, if anybody has lost a bank card, it has been handed in at the timing suite. If you have lost a bank card, it has been handed in at the timing suite. Okay, this morning, Anastasia Mossat, 1:13.82. Joni Dunn, 1:14.02. And then we jump to 1:19. So who knows what's going to happen here? Through 35 metres we go. Joni Dunn, Anastasia Mossat leading the way. Evie Cutter also going well. Anastasia Mossat turned at the 50 point at 34s with Joni at 35s. It's the same again. Anastasia 34.98. Joni Dunn 35.01. Evie Cutter 37.12. Alice Holt 37.67. Jasmine Rowe 37.96. So Anastasia still leading Joni Dunn at the moment. Battle for third between Evie Cutter and Alice Holt. As we said, Anastasia Mussat leading the way at the moment. Joni Dunn second. Battle for third between Evie and Alice, but Anastasia 1:11.67. Second was Joni Dunn, 1:13.15. And third to the wall was Evie Cutter in 1:18.75.
Event 610 is the female 16 years and under 100 metre breaststroke. Introducing your finalists. In lane 1 from Preston is Zara Mann. In lane 2 from Leyland Barracudas is Emily Wade. In lane 3 from Ormskirk, Amy Coy. From the city of Salford in lane 4 is Katie Lee. And in lane 5, also from the city of Salford, Elisa Boslem. Lane 6 from Leyland Barracudas, Olivia Ballard. In lane 7 from the city of Salford, Grace Jackson. And in lane 8 from Wigan Best is Lucy Vaughan.
So off we go this time. In the heats, it was Katie Lee from City of Salford, 1:15.48. Was followed by teammate Alyssa Boslem at 1:18.21. After that, 1:21s to 1:24s. Katie was fastest through the first 50 metres at 35.5. And she's leading again, followed by Alyssa Boslem running second. Hard to tell for that third spot at the moment. We'll get a better angle now. Actually, at the moment, it looks like it's a Salford 1, 2, and 3 as they turn. Katie Lee, 35.02. Alyssa Boslem, 36.78. Grace Jackson, 37.36. So it is at the turn of Salford 1, 2, 3. As a reminder, Katie Lee swam 1:15.48. Alyssa Boslem was a 1:18.21. 15 metres to go. Katie Lee still leading away from Alyssa Boslem, then Grace Jackson. Here we go, into the wall. Katie Lee, 1:14.54. Alyssa Boslem, 1:17.96. And Grace Jackson, 1:20.39. Okay, we move on to the final of the morning. Event 611, the female 17 years and over, 100 metres breaststroke. Introducing your finalists in lane number 1 from Ramsbottom, Ruby Swinney. In lane number 2 from Wigan Best, Chloe Ridge. In lane number 3 from City of Manchester Aquatics, Amelia Osborne. In lane number 4 from the Isle of Man, Laura Kinley. In lane number 5 from Leyland Barracudas, Emily Elliott. In lane number 6 from Preston, Emily Lawrence. In lane 7 from Crosby, Madison Renz. And in lane number 8 from Ramsbottom, Zara Dodd. Just a quick announcement for swimmers. If any of you have picked up a Prescott t-shirt with the initials SFB on it, that's not yours. So if you could please send that back to the timing suite, then the correct owner can get the t-shirt back. Okay, so if you've got a Prescott t-shirt with SFB on it, please send that to the timing suite so the young lady can collect her t-shirt. Thank you. Okay, in the heats, Laura Kinley was 1:12.17, 3 seconds in front of anybody else. At the turn, she was 33.74, and she's 33.64 this time, so just 1/10 faster. Amelia Osborne was next at 35.61, then Emily Elliott at 35.80. Okay, so as they're making their way back down the pool, it is going to be Laura Kinley in lane number 4. After that, though, who knows? Laura Kinley then, time 1:12.17. And it's Emily Elliott, 1:15.75, with Emily Lawrence, 1:16.60. All right, there we go. That completes the racing action from session 6. As we said, there's no rest for the wicked, however, and warm-up for the 1,500 metres is going to begin literally in the next minute or two. Officials, thank you very much. You may now leave poolside. Okay, I do need to run through a safety announcement before we get the warm-up for the 1,500 underway. So if I could please have everyone's attention for the following safety announcement. Swimmers, you're reminded the depth of the water throughout the competition pool here. In Manchester is 2 metres and the starting block's 58 centimetres above water level. If there's a false start, you must continue shallow racing dive. You must not topple into the water head downwards, as this is dangerous. In the unlikely event of a building evacuation, the fire alarm will sound, and we ask that all spectators, officials and event staff use the marked emergency exits and meet at the assembly points outside the building. Swimmers and officials must not return to the changing rooms to collect their clothes or belongings, and please do not re-enter the building until you are told to do so by centre staff. Swimmers will be held securely on poolside with their team managers, and we ask that all those who are present to please follow any instructions you receive from the centre staff. As always, thank you very much for your ongoing cooperation and attention. Look at that. 13 seconds to spur. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, wow. Talk about cutting it fine. Bang on time. Love it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Warm up for the 1,500 is now open.